some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Creates a little room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to take a shot right away. Makes a grab right down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He might want another play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick six.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Looking downfield on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Here's a heat. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Off play action on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, that is just what this offense needs. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
Quarterback adapting. Slings it downfield. He makes the catch. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
Fires left. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And they turn it into a defensive score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Davis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Power football with the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He's got it down the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Trying to pound it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and pass. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Gets it out fast. Open space at the 25. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
So now it's second and long. They just keep firing. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Turning it on! Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance. And when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking. They get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, big swing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites. You're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him. But I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Razorbacks are on the move. Here we go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Auburn offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Fires to the big fella. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. He's open on the right. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. To the air on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the... Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now, when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Makes a grab on the shot. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
Wide open spaces. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He's got an open man. There he goes. The tag. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Zings it complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Wants to throw again. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Auburn! And the route is on. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab over the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it then.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Pressure coming. Makes a connection. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. And he's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down.
Well, and on 3rd and goal that time, the best news was he didn't take a sack. He was trying to scramble around and find somebody in the end zone. Nobody was there. He gets it back and gets what he can get. And so now you're still down close, and it's decision time for the head coach. Do you go for it or do you settle for 3?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Release to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to try to get it himself. He stopped just inches away from the 1st down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trusted him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
That quarterback's in zone coverage. They have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by a field goal over Southern Miss. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So here comes the Auburn offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. throwing it on second down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Auburn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback may change this route. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
He'll run for it. Turning it on. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nunez. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Got him! He gets it in! Touchdown, Arkansas!
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Firing to the right, complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They'll go to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Complete in the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why.
Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now.
Throws toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe-to on that throw and catch for the first down.
Yeah.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch inside the 25. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Unloads to the right. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season. Winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads it left. Complete on the comeback. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and
gashes the heart of the knee. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.